Hello everyone, welcome to World Monologue Games. We are here at Endurance Australia tonight. My name is Pete Malicki. I am the founder of World Monologue Games. I'm going to say a few words about the event and then I'm going to hand over to our performers. So World Monologue Games is an acting competition and virtual showcase which was set up last year in response to COVID to give all those poor actors something to do. And we're still going strong, as sadly is COVID. This year we are featuring 350 performers from 51 countries in our regional live stream finals. We're running a massive 27 events across 6 categories. This is Endurance, which is the category for adults who are performing 5 to 10 minute monologues. Endurance Australia is obviously performers from Australia. We also have Endurance Sydney because this year Australia was very, very competitive, as was Canada. Both of these nations in this category, in the endurance category, sent us quite a lot of really good entries. So you're seeing basically half of the Aussies who've made it through. Now, you as our viewers have an important role in this show, which is you get to help select the winners, which go through to our global finals, the best 95 performers across the 6 categories here at the Games. You get to vote at the end of the show. I will talk more about it then, so don't worry so much about it now. You cannot vote until the show is over. I will add a link to a voting form in the description of this video. There may very well be some strong language and adult themes. I can very much guarantee it, in fact, so please be warned if you're sensitive to anything. It may pop up tonight. What else do I need to say? This is the second weekend in the endurance category. We're actually running a total of 6 shows in this event. We also have Sprint that started last weekend and is continuing and finishing up this weekend. So endurance and sprint were both over these 2 weekends. Sprint is 45 to 60 second monologues in stark contrast to these long 5 to 10 minute ones. If you want to support the event, hit the like button. That helps YouTube send it to more people, or subscribe so that you can see the rest of our season and all of the other content on this channel. I'm being a little distracted by the chat. I can see it's going a little bit wild. Lots of people are checking in, and it's popping up at me, but I can't really read it because I'm trying to talk. Now I'm doing that thing where I start to milk, so I'm just going to push right on and hand over to our performers. You can support the event. You can sign up, join our mailing list, see all of the other shows that we're doing. There's lots of links in the description to all of that information. So please check that out. You can buy merch, World Monologue Games merch if you'd like. Now, we have an ambassador for this event, Global Ambassador Chen Tang, a very successful actor known for Milan and currently starring in the series Warrior. I'm just going to play a pre-recorded message from Chen and then I'm going to hand you over to our actors. So with that said, I hope you enjoy World Monologue Games, Regional Finals, Endurance Australia.
Hello, hello! Welcome to the second season of the World Monologue Games. I'm Chen Tang, the Global Ambassador for the event. Now sit back, get comfortable, and let the regional live stream finalists give you one hell of a show. Enjoy!
Sorry, I was trying to blend in at my funeral. You should have heard the way they were talking about me. Do you remember the time that she... Oh, I think of her when... Didn't you and she used to... Of course they weren't talking about, you know, that thing that we're not talking about. You could tell they wanted to though. They say I drowned. Which is not entirely true. The drowning part came later. Time of death, 8:27. They were laughing. The family, that is. I could hear them from the bathtub, back before I was dead. It's a Wednesday night thing. Watching television, not dying of course, and it always gets loud, and the upstairs neighbours always come down to complain. So loud, in fact, that they didn't even hear me dying in the bathtub. Took a while for them to notice. But, well, someone's going to want to pee eventually, and that sure as hell put a damper on the evening. For them, that is. I mean, I was already dead. What did I care? You care less about dying once it's done. Although I have to say, death's not all it's cracked up to be. Bugger all fire and brimstone. And so far, nobody I recognise. Just lots of standing around. Lots of waiting. I guess you're probably wondering how it happened. Cause of death? Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. A thickening of the heart muscle, left ventricular, blah, blah, blah. You don't really care, do you? You don't want the details. Well, not those ones anyway. Of course the priest mentioned it during the funeral. He could tell he'd been practising. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. He let the words hang in the air, floating there with the smoke from all the candles. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy was so much easier to say than masturbating, because that's what really did it. One damn fine, mind-blowing, heart-stopping orgasm. Miss Scarlett in the bath with the vibrator. Oh, I'm telling you, that vibrator was a thing of beauty. Oh, I mean, it'd want to be. I did hours of research before I bought it. Waterproof, silent, 10 different speeds. But oh, it was more than that. It was streamlined, discreet, sleek, and wait for it, hands-free. My God, it was fabulous. A work of art. Expensive, sure, but worth every cent. I'll admit, I'm bitter. I mean, to have my heart give way just like that. It's like buying a Ferrari and crashing it the first time you venture out, head first into a tree just as the needle hits 100. Except it wasn't even my first time. Oh, that vibrator and I, we were well acquainted. Hell, I'd even stretched beforehand. Well, that's how you know when you got a quality vibrator, when you have to stretch. You don't want to be seizing up just when you're about to, well, not seize up. Could have been worse, I suppose. My doctor said my heart was an accident waiting to happen. Anything could have triggered it. 1 minute you're vertical, the next minute... Imagine if I was driving when it happened. Hell, I could have been driving a Ferrari when it happened, which, when you think about it, means that last orgasm was basically a community service. You're welcome. Still, I can't help wondering if that's why I'm still stuck down here. Whether I'm meant to be a cautionary tale for the kids. Keep your hands out of your pants or else. 'Cause we wouldn't want young girls finding out now, would we? Oh, let the boys have at it. But heaven forbid young girls get their hands on their bits. I said bits, not clits. But yes, those too. It's so much easier to say clitoris when you're dead. When you're alive, well, it's hardly a priority now, is it? Plenty else to worry about besides your clit. Well, for a start, we're too busy giving the girls the talk. Oh, you know the talk. Watch out for spiked rings. Carry your keys between your fingers. Call your girlfriends when you get home. Tell me where you're going so I can tell the police where you were if you disappear. Wear nice underwear, clean but not sexy. Because if you're raped, they'll say you were asking for it. But not so ugly you're going to get shamed. But the good stuff? We're meant to keep that a secret. Because there's power in knowing. And we wouldn't want our girls to know about the joy. Oh, it's a disruptive thing, the joy. It whispers to you in the dark. Tales of sweet pleasure that rise from within. From the lightest of touches. even on the darkest of days. Joy places the coin back in your palm and refuses to take your payment, because it knows that pleasure is a gift that does not have to be earned, no matter what you might have heard. Joy does not judge, even though we are born into judgment. We're weighed and measured and plumped and preened. Joy stands aloof throughout. It does not see your sweatpants and your unwashed hair. It could care less whether you have showered or exercised or brushed your teeth. It's oblivious to wrinkles and pimples and scars, to extra bits or missing bits or transitioning bits. It will unfurl pleasure regardless. They just tell you to keep your hands where they can see them, lest you discover that you don't need to be thin or blonde or perky or sleek or hairless or manicured or taut. That you don't need to diet or purge in order to find joy. She's there for the taking. Toe curling, back arching. Joy! That's the secret they're all so desperate to keep. Because masturbation is a gateway drug, a pure unadulterated shot of fierce, body-loving rebellion. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? Because what would women even do with that sort of knowledge? They'd probably just be disappointed. With men. Not all men, of course. Just the ones who don't know where to find the relevant bits and clits. The ones who don't know how to ask for directions. Hell, a girl might even discover that it's not her fault after all. That she's not too old or too broken or too frigid. She's just grown weary of inexperienced hands hammering away in all the wrong places. Then again, I sometimes wonder that the reason we have to keep our hands away from our bits is in order to make space for all the other people who want to be up in our business. It surprises me how many men can't find a clitoris, given how much time they spend worrying about what goes on between our legs. What are you putting in there? What are you taking out? Did you wax it? Can we tax it? Did you ask God first? Look, I never wanted to be dead, but hey, if I have to stick around, I'm prepared to do what I can, spread the word, give some advice. So here's what I think. We don't laugh enough about orgasms, or death for that matter. We have to learn how to laugh, learn to not be afraid. And we need to find more cause for celebration. Celebrate our humanity while it lasts. Celebrate our resilience and our strength. Celebrate our goddamn joy.
This is fucking pointless. I won't fucking do it. I can't fucking do it. Fucking pointless. My therapist had this brilliant idea. She wants me to write a letter to you. Apparently, if you write a letter to your younger self, you can delve into the trauma, work through your issues, give yourself closure when no one else will give you closure. But I mean, what the fuck does my therapist know? What does she want me to fucking say? I mean, how do you write a letter to your younger self? Yo, dude, how's it going? I mean, that doesn't sound really useful. Hey, loser, why'd you let this happen to us? I mean, that doesn't sound very forgiving. And that's what she wants, isn't it? She wants me to forgive you. The fact is, I can't forgive you. I won't forgive you. I don't forget you. You did let it happen. You did let it happen, and we became this. We became this. I don't forgive you. I know I sound like a bully. You were just a child. You were just a child. You didn't know better and you weren't equipped. There were adults. They should have protected you. I know that. I mean, my therapist wants me to forgive you, but I can't forgive you. I just can't. You let this happen. Okay, I know we were a kid. We were innocent. We weren't equipped to deal with adult games. We were supposed to be playing kiddie games, hide and seek, chase, hopscotch. That's what we should have been doing. Kids aren't equipped to deal with adult issues, adult games. They should not have touched us. They should not have touched us like that. But you, surely there was someone that you could have spoken to. Someone. I mean, why does she want me to be so vulnerable? How does it help me? How does it stop what happened? It doesn't stop what happened. How does it help to forgive you? Because I can't forgive you. I can't stop hating you. You let this happen. You didn't stop it. I know. I know. You were a kid. We've said that. We've already said that. They let us down. You let us down. We were just a kid. We were just dreaming of dragons and princes and princesses and castles and fairies and dreaming that they'd come and rescue us, and nobody came and rescued us. Nobody stopped. Nobody came in. Nobody stopped it. Nobody stopped it. You didn't stop it. You didn't stop it, did you? You did not stop it. They did not stop it. No one stopped it. We were just a kid. We should not have been worried about those things. Stop it. Don't let it touch us like that. Stop them touching us. Please stop them touching us. Surely you trusted someone. Surely you could have spoken to a teacher, a parent, a neighbour. Fuck, a neighbour. No. Let's brush it under the carpet. We don't get involved in other people's business. She's a naughty kid. She's a naughty kid. But even if we were a naughty kid, we did not deserve that. We did not deserve that. They were touching us. They should not have touched us like that. Please stop them from touching us like that. Please stop them from touching us like that. Why did you not stop them? Why did nobody stop them? But why did you not speak up? Why did you not say no? That's it. Simple. N-O. 2 letters. N-O. Stop. 4 letters. Stop. What about help? Another 4 letters. Help us. 6 letters. Help me. 6 letters. Stop. No stop. Just 2 letters. 4 letters, 6 letters. Could have stopped it. Did you try that? Did you try that? You tried that. You tried that. Okay. They didn't stop. They didn't help us. Why didn't they help us? Why didn't they help us? Why didn't they stop it? Why didn't they stop it? Why did nobody stop it? Why didn't you stop it? Why didn't you protect us? Why didn't you protect us? No. No, that's all we needed. No. Stop. Help. Please help. Please stop this. I don't want to be this. Please stop them still hurting us. They're still hurting us. Please stop them, please. Stop. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to hurt like this. Please stop. Please stop. So all you had to do was stop. We were a kid. We were a kid. We were just a kid. I know. They let us down. They really did. They let us down, and I am so sorry. I am sorry. We're sorry. You're sorry. But they're not sorry. They've never said sorry. Why have they never said sorry? Why did they never say sorry? Why did they never stop it? Why did they not stop it? I know. We can be the dragon. We can be the prince. We can be the princess. We can do the rescuing. We can rescue us. We will rescue us. I can rescue you. You can rescue me. We will stop this happening. It does not have to go any further. We can make it stop. Yes, that's it. They let us down, but I won't let us down. I won't let you down. You didn't let us down. You didn't have the power, but I have the power. I have the power. We have the power. Yes, I am so sorry. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. I am sorry for hating you. I forgive you. Dear me, I forgive you.
Sometimes I think I don't actually want to get better or be happier. It's a scary thought. See, I know where I am with unhappy. I may not like it, but at least I can know what to expect and there can be no surprises. Because when the shit hits the fan, and the shit will hit the fan, I'll be somewhat better prepared. I'll go, that sucks. But I expected nothing less. See, if I were happy, that could crush me. Dealt a devastating blow I might not be able to recover from. Who wants that? So I make no actual room for improvements. I do things I know I shouldn't. I'll regret. Then continue to get frustrated when I fall back into the same old habits. Or get annoyed by my lack of direction and discipline in life. And how I continue to actually do nothing about it except whinge and whine about how unfair it is and how my life sucks. Just one constant, repetitive cycle. But it's all I've ever known. My struggles have helped make me who I am. They help me become more resilient. And yet at the same time, I credit that with my inability to try. To put my heart and soul into something. To have the courage to put myself out there for real. If I failed, when I failed, I don't think I'd be resilient enough to recover from that. I don't think I can handle another rejection in life. Think Wile E. Coyote the moment he realizes he's walking on air. I would plummet. I'd spiral beyond the point of no return. That's more terrifying than anything. So I'll continue. I'll continue on this negative and unhealthy pattern. Junk food, bad sleep, and drug-fueled weekends with excessive drinking. Anything to do to pass the time, because it's better than waiting in the dark for the sun to come up. Because if we make it to sunlight, maybe it'll be okay. Everything's better when there's sun. Thoughts become background noise in the daylight. To forget. Forget that I'm the only one standing in my own way. Forget that I don't like life. Forget that I'm alone. Forget that I'm unloved. Just forget. And get myself so fucked up that I mistake that I'm genuinely happy just for a split second. That's all I want. Just a split second where I think I'm genuinely happy. Before I sober up. But hey, can't have everything, can we? Enough of all that depressing shit. Anyway, gotta go. Party with my mates tonight. It's gonna be lit. Gonna be a big one. Might as well start now.
Will you e'er know me, Abby, or any man or woman? No. No, I calculate 'twouldn't to be. So listen. Listen, Abby. When I come here 50 years ago, I was just 20. The strongest and hardest you've ever seen. I was 10 times as strong as, and 50 times as hard as Eben. Well, this place was nothing. Nothing but fields of stone. Folks laughed when I took it. They couldn't know what I knowed. You see, if you could make corn sprout out of stone, you know God's living in you. Oh, they weren't strong enough for that. They reckoned God was easy, and they laughed. Well, they don't laugh now. Some died hereabouts. Some went west and died. But they're all underground now, a following after an easy God. No, God ain't easy, Abby. And I growed hard. Folks always saying, oh, he's a hard man. To us like it was sinful to be hard. So that at last I said to them, well, by thunder. Well, you get me hard, and you sees how you like it. But I did give in to weakness once. Well, I'd been here for 2 years. I growed weak, despairful. Well, there were so many stones. So there was a party leaving. I joined them. They were giving up, going. We trekked on and on. We come to these fields, these broad meadows, where the soil was black and rich as gold, nary a stone, easy. Well, you just had to plough and sow and sit back and smoke your pipe and watch tins grow. I could have been a rich man. But something in me fights me. It was the voice of God saying, this ain't worth nothing to me. Get back to your home. So I got afraid of that voice. I lit back to home here. Yeah, I left the crop and the claim to anyone who had a mind to take it. Oh yeah. I actually gave up what was rightful mine. Well, God's hard. God's not easy, Abby. God lives in the stones. Build your church on a rock out of stone, and I'll be there. Well, that's what he meant to Peter. Stones. I picked them up and I piled them into walls. But you can read the years of my life in them walls. Every day I hefted a stone. And I climbed up over the hill, up and down, fencing the fields that were mine, where I grew things where there was nothing. Well, I was like the servant of God, like the will of his hand. And it wasn't easy, it was hard. And he made me hard for it. And all the time I was growing lonesomer. So I took a wife. She bore Peter and Simeon. She's a good woman. She worked hard. We were married 20 years. But she didn't know me. She helped, but she didn't know what she was helping. And I was always lonesome. She died. Well, after that, I wasn't so lonesome. I wasn't counting the years. I had no time to be fooling around counting them. Simeon and Peter helped. The farm growed. And it was all mine. It was all mine, Abby. And when I thought of that, I wasn't so lonesome. But a man can't hitch his mind to one tin day and night. So I took another wife. Evan's ma. Yeah, it was her folks that were contesting me at law of the deeds to the farm. My farm. Well, she bore Evan. She was purty. It's soft. She tried to be hard, but she couldn't. And she didn't know me. She didn't know me or nothing. And I was lonesome as hell with her. And after about 16 years, she died. Well, after that, I lived with the boys. They hated me because I was hard. And I hated them because they were soft. Now it coveted my farm without knowing what it meant. And it made me bitter and wormwood. It aged me, knowing that they were coveting what was mine, what I made for me. And then the spring come. And there was the call from the wild. It was a voice of God. You know, in my loneliness, in my wilderness, to go out and to seek and to find. And I sought ye, and I found ye. You are my rose of Sharon. Your eyes are like the... Are you even listening to what I've been saying, Abby? Huh? know nothing. You know nothing, and you never will.
Look, let's have dinner. Yeah, I'm fine. You know what? Yeah, I did. I thought about what you said, and I think just taking a month or two off and... Yes, I felt better after. It was just a lot of pressure, and I know we've been trying for so long, and I just let it all get to me, and I'm so sorry about everything. Let's just catch up. Let's just have dinner. Let's sit down and forget about it. We won't even bring it up. Yes, yeah. I'm just on my lunch break. I've got to go back to work, and I'll make the reservations. Yeah. Somewhere nice, really take our mind off it. I promise we'll be fine. Okay. I love you too. Okay, bye. Hey, okay, so I'm pregnant. Yes, I did 2 tests. Yes, we're having a baby. Oh, yes, it's just, come on, girl, you can do it too, I did what? Yeah, the blue bag. The what? Yeah, okay. To pee on the, and you see 2 lines. And you're ovulating. Yeah, of course you and Mark have been trying just as long. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. No. I'm fine, babe. I'm fine. Yeah, next time. Yeah, well, babe, no, I'm fine, There's always next month. Yeah, of course. Look, I've got to go back to work. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for letting me. Yeah, what a fuck up, hey? I didn't know you had ovulation tests. Yeah, I gotta go. Oh, yeah. So glad I didn't say anything to anybody. Yeah, sure, babe. I love you. I love you too. Talk to you later. Oh, yeah, of course we can catch up. Let's all catch up, yeah, for dinner or something. Yeah, of course. Okay, I love you. Bye. Oh, shit. Hi. Yes. No, it's totally fine. I'm happy to wait. Yes. Yes, I was wondering if you had a table for two for tonight. 7:30? Yep, that's great. Sure. Sure, Evans? Yes, thanks. Hi, yes. The usual table is fine, thanks. Okay, great. We'll see you then. Okay, thank you. Bye.
I wish I could say that I remember my last words to her, that I told her how beautiful she was and how my world was nothing before she came into it, or that my love for her was eternal and that my heart will always be hers, or even just goodbye. But the truth is, I don't remember what our last words were. I just remember being angry, and when I'm angry I say some horrible things. She'd argue back, of course. Neither of us were the type to back down. She always did say that it made her nervous when we fought, when one of us was driving, but I was always so confident in myself and in my driving ability. As far as I was concerned, she was just being paranoid. If only I had listened. It was a Thursday night, our usual date night, although the number of weeks we committed to doing something was dwindling as the stresses of work and the kids got more difficult. So it was nice to spend some time together until the car ride home. I'd only had 2 drinks the whole night, so I knew I was legally able to drive. However, we did get into a fight. I don't even remember what it was about. Something ridiculously irrelevant. I wish I could say it was a rare occurrence, but the truth is, there's something about alcohol that changes me. I don't even have to be drunk and I turn into someone else. My patience shorter. I get agitated very easily and I'm often mean. My father had the same problem, only worse. When he would touch alcohol, there'd be no question. We were in for a long night and the occasional bruised eye. Because of this, I never thought much of my dad, so when he came to me years after I moved out and asked for forgiveness, saying that it wasn't who he was, all I did was judge him. Yet here I am, more like him than I could have ever imagined, yearning, seeking for redemption and forgiveness I know I do not deserve. It was raining that night, and Rachel kept telling me to watch the road, but I angrily told her not to tell me how to drive. We came up to a roundabout. The road was slick. Not that that's an excuse. I simply wasn't paying enough attention. As I came around it, I lost control of the wheel. After that, everything went blank. I
Woke up to bright flashing lights and the heart-wrenching cries and screams of a very young child. My car had hydroplaned and smashed into another car, sending it rolling and turning upside down. The other car had a single mother and her 2 young children in it. The mother died instantly and the oldest child passed away 5 minutes after the paramedics arrived. I always think about them and that youngest child who survived and how much her life would have been turned upside down and ripped to shreds that night. The thought of it eats away at me every day. I just want to push it all down in hopes that I may find a moment here or there where I forget to think about it. In fact, I'm such a coward that I couldn't even bring myself to ask what their names were. Maybe I'm trying to convince myself they never existed, but they deserve so much more than that. That night, as I came to in a daze, I looked to the passenger seat. My first thought and instinct was to make sure Rachel was all right. But in my heart of hearts, I knew that my Rachel was gone. Her head was bleeding profusely, and her magnificent bright blue eyes, the eyes that stopped me in my tracks the first time we met, were wide open, but they were not the same. They were empty, and I could no longer see her beautiful soul behind them. Bright eyes, burning like fire. Bright eyes, how can you close and fade? How can the light that burns so brightly suddenly burn so pale? Bright eyes. Still, for some reason, though I called out to her, "Wake up, wake up," I kept saying so desperately as I wept. The strange thing is, though, I'm still not sure if I was trying to wake her up or if I was urging myself to wake up in hopes that it was some horrific nightmare I was trapped in, but I never woke up, and neither did she. I still from time to time tell myself, "Wake up, wake up," under my breath, even though I know there's no point. My sleep, however, is dominated by nightmares, and they only let me wake up when they are done with me. Ironically, the only time I can wake myself up is when I'm having a good dream about Rachel. It's always the same dream, the first date we ever went on. I was an awkward, shy young man with absolutely no fashion sense whatsoever. She was radiant, confident, intelligent, always the life of the party. I was so nervous, but she was so easygoing, and we had so much in common. I thought she was way out of my league, so when she asked me out on a second date, I had to pinch myself. It was the beginning of our life together. Now with that one pinch, I swiftly pull back into reality, a reality without her, and a reality where my children have no mother and the shell of a father. Because I only had 2 drinks, the blood work came back negative for the driving under the influence charge. And the accident was ruled just that, a tragic accident caused by the bad condition of the road and the heavy rain. I tried to tell myself that was indeed what happened, that the police know exactly what they're doing, so if they say that's the cause, then that's the cause. However, I can't help myself being plagued by guilt and the thought that if I hadn't had that first drink, then maybe I wouldn't have had that second, and maybe I wouldn't have gotten so angry about whatever it is we were fighting over, and none of this would have happened. Life wouldn't always be a dream, but at least Rachel would be in it. Here's to you, my love.
Hey babe, tell me what you wanna be. Float your mind and listen to the beat. Rocking to the levels, you're so fortunate free. Looking at
Okay. Thanks for that positive and charming show, Australia. Some grim content there, but well done. Some top acting to match. All right, guys, so this is bringing us towards the end of the show. Just a couple of things. So I am going to publish the voting link in just a minute. So if you're watching the show live, you'll need to refresh the page to get that link. If you're watching it later, it should already be there. So just a couple of things about voting. You get to vote for your 2 favourite performances from this show. We're putting one of the judges' choice through from each of the 6 endurance shows, so the top judge's choice, and 2 viewer votes, viewer choices from across the entire endurance category. So what we're doing is the viewers get to vote for their 2 favourite performers. We'll add up all of the votes, check the proportion, and then the 2 highest rated across the entire 6 events will go through into the global finals along with the judge's choice. I hope that made sense. So I'm just publishing that change to the description of the video. The voting link should be there when you refresh the page. A couple of things on that. So you do need to have an account to vote, just to make sure that we don't get dodgy votes. And performers, please remember you are not to share the voting link directly. Please share the link to the show so that your fans actually come and watch and don't just turn it into a popularity contest. We have another 3 shows this weekend. We have our Sprint Australia and Canada show tomorrow at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Then we have an Endurance Sydney immediately after that at 8 o'clock. And then we have our final endurance event. Sorry, my eye is going crazy itchy here. at on Sunday evening Australian time. Endurance UK. So we would love to see you at those extra shows. If you want to get involved in World Monologue Games, you can register for next year already via the link to our website in the description. And we also run a film festival. So if you'd like to do a short film, then you can check that out as well. It's all pretty cool. But look, I think that's about enough from me. So thank you very much for watching. Congratulations, Endurance Australia. Thank you for the show, and I'll see you again soon. Ciao.